Hi, Father John. This is Dad. Sunday afternoon. Just watched the Patriots win. This is the last game of the season, regular season. If they didn't win today, they wouldn't be in the playoffs. But even winning today, they still have to wait to see if somebody else loses, which is some doubt about it. They've had a in and out season. They look great sometimes, other times they break your heart. But that's sports. Makes us all up one time and down another. So it was great listening to your tapes. Great, marvelous job. Mama's been recording here, and everybody that came in the house, she had them say a few words to you. Joe just left, Uncle Bill just left, and Bobby's out to Mass. It's Sunday evening, and we'll have supper when Bobby comes in. Do you have television down there? I haven't heard you mention television. How about the newspapers? Are you able to read them? I presume they're in Spanish. And distances, you don't mention distances. I think Mama asked you to tell us how far it is out to these parishes that you go to. And the weather you mentioned was very warm. It's bitter cold yesterday and today here. But I went down to the new Meadow Glen Mall down there off the Parkway yesterday. Holy smokes, I was never in such a tangle of traffic. I got out of there within an hour. I thought I was very fortunate because I thought it was going to take me 3 hours to make it. This is the last weekend, you know, before Christmas. So everybody's frantically buying what they can and getting here and there. And as I say, the bitter weather didn't stop them from going out. Underfoot it hasn't been too bad. We had one good snowstorm about a week ago. The remnants are still there, but there hasn't been much melting since then. But it's been decent weather. Doesn't stop Mama and I. We go out every day. And did you tell? I started to say I checked with Mama. You know I got a job proofreading. I enjoy it very much. It's just over the Somerville line into Charlestown, right near Sullivan Square, right near that Jesuit Center. In fact, every morning I go down to Sullivan Square and then take a sharp right at Sullivan Square right in front of that Jesuit Center and go up the road there to almost to the Holiday Inn, which is in Somerville. I think it's the last building in Boston before you go into Somerville. Very nice people. Although I was saying to Mama yesterday, there's nobody anywhere near my age down there. God, I feel like Methuselah. There's one woman that maybe is 50. There's a guy that's 39. And that's it. Everybody else is young, very young people. They're very nice. The downstairs is the composition rooms. Upstairs is production, they call it. And the proofreaders, there's 5 or 6 of us. And I'm the old timer. My God, am I old. But they're very nice. And I go to work at 7 every morning and get through at 11. They have coffee on tap all the time, and every now and then there's a dozen of donuts there. Help yourself. So it's very enjoyable. Mama gets a little chance to do maybe too much home or housework before I get home. But by the time I'm home, we're ready to go, and we go out and do our usual, except it's a little later getting through in the afternoon now than we used to get home about 2:30. Now it's more like 3 or 3:30 when we get home. But we enjoy it. Doesn't interfere with our life and makes it very enjoyable. I enjoy the work immensely. Terrific. Awful interesting. They put out about 8 magazines. Some of them, a lot of them have to do with boating. Say sailboating, salt water, motor boating. They put out a tennis directory. They put out a marine products catalog. And then they put out these magazines that I mentioned a while ago, and plus 2 others. Inc., I-N-C, it's a business magazine, and Boston. You've probably seen that, Boston magazine. But they're very interesting. The articles in the Boston and Inc. are awful interesting. I read a lot of those. Very, very pleasurable reading. And they publish those monthly. All those magazines are monthly, and a couple of catalogs are annual or semi-annual. And it's a very nice place, very nice job. So I enjoy that a great deal. So, that's the goings-on here. There's not much left on this tape, and Bobby hasn't said a word yet, I understand, so I better leave enough room for him. But we're awful glad to hear about you. I know I've spent all my time talking about me, but we're awful glad to hear all the news about you, and that you sound very happy, content, hard-working, and doing God's work, which is what we all want. And we enjoy having you doing it in our place, I presume. But it sounds great, and it's what you wanted to do, so that's what we're happy about. But keep up the good work. God will bless us all for it. So God bless you, John. Remember us in your prayers. And we'll say many prayers for you. Good luck now through the new year. And keep those tapes and letters coming. Bye-bye.